Hi, this is Joe from PRG. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to talk about why the balance sheet is your most important business document. But before we get started, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Let's get started. So why do most owners ignore their balance sheet? Well, the first reason and the most obvious reason is nobody taught you. Take even myself, for instance. I went to college, I took all the business courses, I got an MBA, I took all the finance courses, and I also took some accounting courses. Although accounting wasn't my major, I had to take some of them. And in those courses, all the other courses made perfect sense. The accounting courses, there was a lot of elements in them that made zero sense to me. But it wasn't until I became an owner myself when the concepts that were at that point in my life totally foreign and didn't make any sense became crystal clear, and why they're so important. And that balance sheet is the document that tells you, are you running your company better over time? Are you getting better? Are you getting stronger? Are you being a better leader? Or are you becoming a weaker company? That P&L might say money's still coming in and the bills are getting paid, but the underlying tectonic plates of your business are still shifting. And are they shifting in your favor or shifting out of your favor? And until you learn those concepts are a little more esoteric, it's going to be hard for you to understand those things. Okay, so what does a balance sheet actually reveal? Well, at its most basic level, it's assets, liabilities, and equity. Those are the three categories of a balance sheet. But what it reveals is, how disciplined are you with your cash management? How disciplined are you with your debt strategy? How much risk are you willing to take? Is your risk measured or just whatever? Maybe you don't even have a risk tolerance because you've never even measured what it should be, but your balance sheet will reveal how much risk you're willing to take. But many people that we talk to don't even have a concept of that. So they just kind of wing it. It reveals your long-term thinking. And I think most importantly, it reveals your leadership maturity as a business owner, because every line on that balance sheet, there's a story behind it. How did it come to be? What did it result from? And you, as the leader of your business, are the one that made those decisions that ultimately created that number, whatever that number might be. Maybe it's debt, maybe it's retained earnings, maybe it's how many personal distributions and draws that you've been taking. Maybe it's equipment financing. Maybe it's accounts receivables that are sitting there and aging and have never been written off. It could be a lot of different things, but each number reveals how good of a leader you are as a business owner. And you, as that leader, should be able to look at every line and tell that story. Imagine you're meeting with a banker and the banker goes, gee, I really like your business, but what is this line on your balance sheet? What is that line on your balance sheet? And if you can't tell that story really, really well, then you're probably flying a little bit blind as a business owner. My goal is to help our clients understand that balance sheet, manage that balance sheet, use that balance sheet as a leadership tool and a roadmap to getting better and better and stronger. Your balance sheet is also your behavior frozen in time. I like to compare it to like a tattoo. I say that a lot over here because the entries that you make are like a stamp. They sit there and they don't go anywhere until they're either fixed or some other transaction comes to replace it. So the behavioral patterns that you make as a leader, the decisions that you make, it leaves its mark on your balance sheet. So did you borrow responsibly? It'll leave its mark. Did you overdraw your accounts? It'll leave its mark. Did you reinvest in your company? Did you reinvest some of your profits? It'll leave its mark. Did you clean up old called bookkeeping mistakes. It might have been left over from legacy issues or legacy systems. That'll leave its mark. Those won't go away until they're addressed. So the balance sheet isn't necessarily the numbers in and the numbers out on a daily basis. It's your history. It's a story and a tale of your history as a leader. And are you a great leader, a mediocre leader, or a bad leader? A lot of sophisticated finance people and investor type people, they'll know that by studying your balance sheet. So I want to help you make it so that when they see your balance sheet and they talk to you about your balance sheet, they go, that guy's strong, that guy knows what he's doing, that guy has a vision, that guy's a leader, or that girl is a leader, and we want to be their partner. We want to do business with them. When your balance sheet is strong, when your balance sheet is telling a good story, it can reveal certain financial ratios and things like that you might want to report on and study over time. One of my favorite ratios that I like to look at for ourselves and for clients is the debt to equity ratio. That's a balance sheet ratio. If you remember earlier in the video, I talked about how a balance sheet is structured with assets, liabilities. So assets, what you own, liabilities, what you owe, and equity is the difference, how much basically net worth you or your business has. So I like to study the financial ratio called debt to equity. So you take the total debt, let's say it's $1 million, and you divide it by the equity. Let's say it's $2 million. So it's 1 million divided by 2 million is 0.5. So anything below 1 is strong. It means you have enough equity, you have enough net worth to be able to pay off all your debts. So the question is, when the economy bores down on us, when the recession hits, when the winds shift, when that big client of yours can't pay their latest invoice, when that key employee leaves you, when Murphy shows his ugly face, as in Murphy's Law, because he will show up. And times will get hard. It's unavoidable. Will you bend or will you break? And your balance sheet is going to tell yourself and the world, whoever you decide to show it to, if you will bend or if you will break. Let's take a quick story here of the kid's story of the 3 little pigs. One pig built their house out of hay. One pig built their house out of wood. One pig built their house out of bricks. Think of that as your balance sheet. Do you want your balance sheet made out of hay, made out of wood, or made out of bricks? I want mine made out of bricks. It's not something that you can just do overnight. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes grit, it takes fortitude. But when the wolf comes, and the wolf will come, which house do you want to be in? Do you want to be in the brick house or do you want to be in the straw house? Maybe some of you want to be in the wood house. That's fine. I don't. I want to be in the house made of bricks. I think we all need to set our standard there and push for that standard and try to achieve that standard. If we work to achieve that standard, we'll start moving in the right direction. And now the balance sheet is revealing how good of leaders we are. Are we driving our company towards a stronger position, a weaker position, or are we just holding the line? So accountability of your balance sheet as an owner. So every month you should demand from your bookkeeping team, whoever they may be, whether they're an internal team or whether they're a third-party team like us at PRG, you should demand clean reconciliation. You should demand a review every month of your numbers. You should understand every line. Since this video is about the balance sheet, I'm going to emphasize the balance sheet. Understand every line on your balance sheet. If you can't understand it, you can't explain it. If you can't explain it, you can't control it. That's really critical. You should ask a lot of questions. You should ask your bookkeeping team, what is this? Why is this happening? Why did this change? And force them to get under the hood and answer those critical questions so that you can lead and manage your company better over time. If you're looking for more support on understanding your balance sheet, we've just released a blog on our website, so feel free to go there and read it and check it out, and hopefully it gives you some better understanding than just this video. Also, if you're looking for support for more of your accounting operations as a small business owner, feel free to visit our website at www.packrg.com and click on the Simple P&L section, and anybody on my Simple P&L team would be happy to take your call and maybe set up a Zoom and give you a free consultation on what might be working well for you, what might not be working well for you, and how we can perhaps help elevate your accounting operations at your small business.